Good morning, park managers, and welcome back to Archipelago Park. Today we're going to be making a new part of this new island and just extending it out a wee bit because I didn't realise how small it is and how much space I actually had to use. So we're going to try and make this one pretty much semi-aquatic to aquatic base, and our first enclosure is going to be that for the Spinosaurus, and we're going to make this big lake here its enclosure and turn it into a bit of a swampy lake environment. Now, as you can see here, I was struggling to get the fence the way I wanted it. In the end we get there and it looks alright in the end, and my idea behind it was almost like a cup shape style enclosure. So obviously at the back there we're going to be using the concrete fence as it is its strongest, and we're also going to be using, to make it easier to view the Spinosaurus, the Jurassic Park like level 5 fence, which essentially is the Spinosaurus fence you see it crashing through in the film. And I really like the contrast of using two different fences. It makes it interesting for the enclosure, not just to have the same fence all the way around, if it fits the particular theme anyways. So we're going to be using this brush here. I always consider this as like the swampy brush. It has like a very swampy tone to it. I'm going to be using the rock to try and like create that fake feel of depth, especially when you're looking at it from above, and then just use a lot of mud here and there. In the offshore area we do use the natural area plants just so it fits in with the rest of the park and it's not been custom tailored, because it's not the bit that you're expecting your guests to go looking into, so it doesn't matter too much at that point. And then we're just going to add a fair few different bushes and plants from different like environments, ones I feel like really add to that sort of swamp like feel. It gives it like a very like prehistoric look as well, I feel, and it's a bit like the, well, it's essentially, this is what we're doing and what we've done with the Majungasaurus enclosure a little bit earlier on. I say a little bit earlier on, I think it was a few episodes ago when we made the Majungasaurus enclosure, and that's the kind of vibes I was going for. I only used little rocks here and there. I didn't feel like we needed big rocks. Obviously it's swampy, so the bigger rocks sort of sunk faster, so we just placed a few little rocks here and there just to add something extra. I think it's the temperate ones I used. They have like a bit of like green moss on it, so again it adds to that style of swampiness. And yeah, I just saw this little bit of land here. Instead of flattening and getting rid of it, I was like, you know what, we'll have a little bit of it, we'll have a few rocks sticking out of the water. It's a tiny island, it didn't quite make it, but it's still a threat to any boat. So yeah, I just wanted to decorate it up a bit. Anyway, this bit here, we're going to do the plaza for this particular island, and it's kind of plaza, food hall, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to decorate it up and decorate all the buildings so they look a little bit different. I'm going to place trees down the middle and get rid of the trees off the buildings, so there's not too many trees, but it's got like a nice little divider between each building, and I quite like that. And it was good fun. I always enjoy making like these little plaza areas. I like trying to keep them somewhat simple and not go absolutely wild with it, with a few decorations here and there. I feel like you can get really lost into decorating these, or I can anyways, if I like put way too much into it, and it'll basically be almost like a 10-minute video of me decorating a path. So I try and keep them as simple as I can, but still have like a very interesting effect to them where they look quite nice and stand out from a distance. We had a few little seating areas in the middle. I was going to add the tables, but then I've added the tables to quite a few of the plazas on this park already, so I thought I'd keep this one nice and simple. All the tables are going to be in the buildings, so only a few benches here and there, and a really nice like Jurassic, welcome to Jurassic Park sort of sign with this Spinosaurus skeleton underneath it. I feel like this was like an interesting fit for this area, especially with the Spinosaurus being inside of that enclosure. Anyways, I've had a lot of fun with this. If there's anything you'd like me to make, let me know in the comments. Like I said, we're going to keep this island very aquatic base. I might even move the Suchomimus that we have on the first island over here and do something different with its enclosure. And as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.